Hello everyone. If anyone is here, just say a hi so I know that you're there and then we can start off. A very good evening. Hi Purvi. Very good evening. Can you hear me? Is it okay? Can you just say a hi or just drop in a thumbs up so I know that you can hear me? Hi. Superb. How are you doing? Very good evening. I can see someone else joined as well. If you are, drop me a hi, and I'm going to straight away get into the topic because this is such an exciting topic that I really is so close to my heart, right? It's about intuition. Okay, so anyone else? Just drop in a hi. Hi Manish, very good evening. Okay, so today I thought I'll be a little bit out in the light in my balcony and amongst my plants. I've been so lucky to be able to really grow some in the recent past in the lockdown. So yes, so that's been fantastic experience as such. Okay, let me see anyone else joining in. Just going to wait for like a minute, not more than that. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to be talking today about intuition. And Purvi, Manish, anybody else? Is my voice okay? Is it audible? Good enough? Please let me know. Okay. Hi Chiru, very good evening. How are you doing? So it must be morning for you. So very good morning. Perfect. Thank you, Manish. Okay, so let me start off. This topic is very close to my heart because intuition is something which is something that nobody teaches us. Nobody talks to us about it. Nobody tells us, how can we hone that as a skill or a talent. But so much so, I really want to talk about it because each one of us have it and we are born with it. And that's an amazing tool, I would say, that all of us have. All right. So, welcome everybody. Hetal, hi, dear. Very good evening, Chiru. Okay. Okay. So, intuition. What do you think an intuition is? Give me a one-liner of what you think intuition is, and I'm going to read out each one of your response. Hi, Swati. So, what intuition means to you? Please go ahead and write it in the comment section. I'm going to read them out. What do you mean? I'm going to give you like about 10 seconds. Yeah. So what do you think of? What do you think intuition is? Okay. Anyone writing in? I can see. Manish. Okay. What our mind says. Okay. Interesting response. Please go ahead. And don't worry, there is nothing called right or wrong when I'm asking you because I'd really like to talk to you and tell you what you think it was. Swati says soul. Wow, that's deep. But what do you mean by intuition? Soul is like your human, your body, your physical body, there's being and then there's a soul. But what is intuition? Hi Jyotirmay, I'm talking about intuition. What do you mean by intuition? Go ahead and write it down there. What do you understand by intuition? And it's absolutely fine, whatever you think. Chirush says hunch. Okay, that's a good word as well. Yeah. Okay. So any more coming in? Okay, that's absolutely fine. Anyone else writing? What do you understand by intuition? Swati says soul speaking. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. It's really nice to see the responses because I want it to be interactive. I don't want it to be like, one person just doing live and then you're wondering who's talking what. I want it to be participative. Soul speaking. Hi Pramila, very good evening. So glad you joined. Okay, let me get into it. So we did have a couple of responses here. Chirushri says hunch. Swati says soul. Then she says soul speaking. All right, and then Manish says what's on our mind. Okay, now what is intuition? Intuition is All of us would have heard about it, that inner voice. Yes, it's that inner voice. Also, it's something called the gut, right? That gut feeling that you have. There's something about this person, I can tell you, right? And you have that feeling even if you don't know that person much. Gut feeling. The other one is little bit of the little bird or the little voice in your head, and that's not you. Okay, so that's an intuition. Also, it is when I have interesting examples as well that I wanted to tell you. Is Just before we get in, okay, before I get into examples, how do you identify what an intuition is? An intuition is when you get an idea, a sudden 5 a.m. idea, or an intuition that something is about to go wrong. Let me take precaution. Or something, you know that something's sensing. For example, even telepathy. To a great extent, telepathy and intuition are very close to a great point, because you would have just thought of something. So telepathy, manifestation, law of attraction, all of that are in the same lines or similar lines. Intuition is when you know exactly what you have to do and your gut says it with great confidence. So for example, somebody says, I think my future is in another country for sure. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I think it's somewhere else. That's intuition, right? I don't know what about this, but I really feel I should pick this up. That's intuition. Also, a lot of entrepreneurs actually will go through this as well. It's a 5 a.m. idea, it's a 3 a.m. idea, or you're driving your car, you're driving your bike, or even you're having a conversation with somebody, and then ta-dang, the idea comes up, right? That's intuition as well. An epiphany, an idea which is not something that you've studied, you've read, you've seen, you've watched in a movie, nothing. It's just something that comes out of the blue as well. That's intuition, right? Also, when you're able to connect with people on an emotional level and you understand how and what they are feeling, even if they don't explain to you, that's also a great intuition, right? It's a vibe that we call. So how many times all of us have gone into a party or a room full of people, or a room of full of people for a meeting, and then you suddenly get the vibe of the group, or the vibe of the people out there for the meeting, and okay, I think this is how the meeting was going to be today. Also, when you're going to the party, okay, I think this is how I feel. I can connect with this person. I think I can be friends with that person. I think, I'm getting a good energy vibe from this person. Let me just go talk to him or her. So that's an intuition as well. So somewhere that you're able to actually tap into your own intelligence from a heart point of view. Yes. So somebody said, intuition is what your mind says. No, intuition is not what your mind says. Whatever comes from your mind is not an intuition. First, your heart has to know that. It's a very, very strong feeling. It's a very strong third kind of a feel, right? So sometimes also, they say love at first sight. Love at first sight is a great example of intuition, because you have no idea where that person is coming from. You have no idea about their background. There is nothing that you know about the person's stability or family, whatever, right? But that person is meant for you. Love at first sight. Or you've met the person a couple of times and straight that you probably want to spend the rest of the time with them. That's intuition. So anything where your mind doesn't involve, your mind doesn't give you reasons, explanations, answers, logic, basically anything which doesn't have a logic, and it from your heart that this is the information that I'm getting about the person, about the situation, about a business deal. You're about to make a business deal with a couple of them, but you don't get a great vibe. Hold on, something, your heart must be knowing something even before you. That's an intuition. So anywhere there is no logic involved beforehand, and that's what I mean. There is no logic beforehand. There is no analysis. There is no explanation, or there is no reasoning of why you're doing what you're doing, is what intuition is. Okay, I hope I'm clear. It's a very tough topic and a subject to explain or talk about, but I hope I'm making sense. If I am, just give me a thumbs up, and then I'm going to move forward. I'm going to proceed forward after this. Hey Sam, hi Haryant, Simran, Sumita, Sudhir, Parita. Okay, Jyotirmay is saying intuition is a power to analyze right and wrong, whatever gonna happen with us. To a great extent, without facts and figures, and you have that feeling of something's going to happen to you, it could also be a good intuition. So, for example, you're traveling around, on a road, and you kind of see someone out there, but you kind of get the feeling that he's up to something. That's an intuition. All right, so intuition is also something which helps us protect us from harm. Your heart's answer, so anything that comes out from your heart immediately and says, you know what, I think there's something wrong here, trust it. That's the intuition. All right, and the reason I want to speak about this is I want you all to understand that this can be developed, and I'm going to be talking about why it hasn't developed and how you can develop it. All right, so the first point, how can you develop it? And that's my favorite topic. Okay, and just before I get into how we can develop it, I'll just introduce myself. I have a lot of people pinging me and asking me, sending me private messages and asking, Viji, oopsie, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry. So a lot of people ask me, Viji, what do you do? What are you doing? Why you're doing? Okay. So just a very quick introduction. I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own venture. We make natural products. I'm a healer. So I'm a master, Reiki master, angel therapy master, angel Reiki master. I also practice access consciousness. Of late, for the last 1 month, I have come out and announced that I'm a healer as well, and it's been just so liberating. And what else? I'm a mom. I worked in the corporate for about 15 years before all of this. Yeah, so that's me. Okay, right. So now going back to how can you develop intuition is when you do a lot of inner work. And when I say inner work, a lot of heart work. Depends on how rich your heart is, how rich your inner work is, how rich is your inner cleansing, is when your intuition is stronger as well. Yes, when I say that, when you are among a lot of negativity, a lot of skepticism, a lot of anxiety, a stressful environment, or you yourself are into a situation or situations like that from very long time, but you haven't really invested much in inner work, inner cleansing, all of that work that really makes you more positive, more optimistic towards life. You're able to really lead your life in, let's say, great circumstances. No matter what the circumstances are, it's your outlook at the end of the day, right? The richer the heart, the richer you have, the more you worked on your inner self, is where you are actually more stronger in your intuition. Okay, so have you heard also where people say, this person is very emotional, this person is very sensitive, they kind of get to, they cry at the drop of the hat, or probably they're too sensitive, they get to sense, things very fast. Those people actually are also very, very intuitive, because they catch upon emotions, they grasp on people's vibes faster, they understand what they're, what are their meaning to do, why is it that they're doing what they're doing. These people are actually very, very good at intuition as well. Okay, now how do you develop it? And I think before that I want to also tell you why is it actually gone down, in the sense, why are so many people not using this tool, or why is there so much of skepticism around it, or why is it that people don't talk about it, why is it being taught? The reason being that I strongly believe that our entire education system, the way we are brought up, or the media, the marketing, everything around us really is designed in such a way that we don't think from the heart. So there are two things: you think from your head and you think from your heart. All right, so there is something called you think from your heart as well. Whenever there's a profound yes and there's a thumping yes, it means that no matter what, you will figure out how to do it. How many times have you said, you know what, ye to aaj karke hi rahenge, I don't know how? You will do it, right? Because first the heart says yes, then the mind will figure out how to do it. And that is how business ideas or epiphanies or anything that could happen, that's how it is. when your heart is in agreement, you can achieve anything, and that is majority of the time your intuition and your gut feeling. And you know that you have to do it, you don't have to do it, you'll have to get into that deal, not get into the deal, you'll have to progress with that particular person or a project or an assignment or whatever that could be, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so why is it that we are also, because we are dumped with information and information and information in media, marketing, education. The entire system is only focused on developing your brain. Nothing is invested in developing your heart. Yes, because that's where your actual feelings are. And when I'm saying feelings, it's about this intuition, making your intuition stronger. You can always use, and I would say intuition is actually a compass of direction of anything that you want to do. You don't need any astrologer, you don't need anybody to tell you how you have to proceed, what you have to do, what project to take, what not to take. So many things you can answer yourself, because there are three things. There is one is a soul consciousness, then there's body consciousness, and there is a heart consciousness. So your body consciousness is apart from you, not your mind. Even you, without you knowing, your body picks up lot of signals, right? So, and that's an entire different subject and a theory altogether, and that is just fantastic. In fact, there are some exercises, probably if we get together later I could probably show you. There is an exercise that we use, and it is an actual tool that you use your body to make decisions. Should I hire that person? Should I not hire that person? Should I get into a new business line? Should I launch a new store? Should I cook this today? Should I invite these people over? Should I make friends with these people? All of that your body can actually give you a yes or a no. And trust me, there are tools, and that is called body consciousness. Because we are conditioned with many things that we believe, we don't believe, we think it's right, it's wrong, it's good, should do, shouldn't do. So what's right for you could be wrong for me, what's wrong for me could be right for you. Hence there is no clear definition of what is right or wrong, but each to its own. We know what we want, and the body knows exactly what we want. So the entire system, or the entire education system, the media, the marketing, and we are actually looked at also, if you really look at it, as a country of mind workers for the corporates. Earlier it was the industrialization of having laborers, of really being physically ready to be for the industrial revolution. Now it is the IT revolution. Everybody just wants you to be smart, or just do the mind work. It's becoming a dump yard of work for the mind concepts. Hence, when everything and anything that you're thinking about is always coming from your mind. It is not coming from a soul level or from your heart or your, your knowing. There is a knowing, okay? There is a knowing where even if you don't know, there are so many things that work around in the world, and your body will actually know about it. It is that powerful. And it's the same thing about intuition and about your heart. So the more the heart, you're richer, you clean it, okay? And this is my favorite example that I actually talk to, a lot of them. What I talk about is, guys, I'm so sorry, but is it too noisy out with the kids? Please tell me, and then I will just walk in very quickly inside. Just tell me yes or no, and then I will continue. Is it too noisy, or am I audible, and is it clear? Is it okay? Just give me a thumbs up or okay or whatever. Hi TM. Okay, I'm just going to continue. All right. So what I was saying is, why is it that we are not strong? If you really look at it, we as a country, Indians, are actually inventors, ideators, entrepreneurs, scientists, right? We are the brilliant minds and have always been throughout. It's in our DNA that we are a race of people who are self-sufficient. We don't need anybody from anywhere. We are the ones we had the Nalanda University much before than any other university. The Greece or the Italian came up with the mind thinking, temples that they had. We actually were the inventors. We had big universities where we were teaching astrology, astronomy, science, mathematics. We had everything. And trust me guys, you and me, every Indian there watching right now, whichever part of the world that you are, we have that DNA in us. And why is it not active and why is it suppressed is because of the education system, or because of the entire world. It's built in such a way that you are only focused on your mind, and your mind thinks and your brain thinks, that's about it. Hence everything to do with your own understanding. So ideas, brilliant ideas, right, money making ideas, or economy improving ideas, nature improving ideas, all of that is nothing but an intuition. All of that is an intuition. It just comes out of nowhere. It's a 5 a.m. idea, the 3 a.m. idea, all of that comes through is actually through intuition. And also when you're actually in meditation, and when you're one soul with with the divine and just with yourself, it really does happen, right? Okay, also what happens is, another reason is if you really look at kids have a high sense of intuition. They're very, very, very sharp. They know what they want, what they don't want. They know who's going to harm them, not going to harm them. They also very clear, they have a great sense of intuition. They don't have, the reason being that they're not conditioned yet. They are not covered with labels or concepts or fear, all of that. So they're very free-flowing souls who are very strong in their intuition. The most stupid of the kid, you tell them to do something really stupid, if it is a matter of heart, they will never do it. They will never do it, and they'll back off. I remember when, but it's an intuition, it's a knowing basically, right? I remember when my son was, but 2 years old, really, really small. At a point, he suddenly stopped going to people who had these thick mushed men, really tall men, and thick mushed, they had, and he would not go to them. He would suddenly be very scared of them, because there is knowing, there's some knowing, something must have happened, or something he knows, right? But not forcing him to go to that person is our responsibility, right? Let him uncover that by himself. All right, so these are the things. The other one is definitely the way we are moving forward as a country, or the education system in the last probably 3 decades, really. That's how it is. The other reason is over a period of time, like once you're a child, but once you start growing and aging, 20 plus, 30 plus, mostly 30 plus onwards, you really have a lot of things set in your life. You're working, your jobs, and by then, you feel there's a lot of things that's weighing you down already. And you really don't invest time in educating or learning or knowing beyond. You're like, bas ho gaya yaar, anyway काम hai, anyway office hai, anyway ye hai, kids are there. So what happens is, there is no excitement or thrill or the sense of developing the inner self. All right, and this is the example that my favorite example that I like to give is, when you drink from a cup of tea, imagine you don't wash that cup of tea, and you pour tea every day in the same dirty cup every day, and you keep drinking. What's going to happen? Do you think the tea is going to taste good, or it's going to taste bad, or it's going to taste bitter? And that's the same thing that happens to our inner self as well. Yeah, when you choose to work, not to work, how to work with your inner self is the same reflection on your outward as well. And hence your manifestation, your intuition, your ideas, and all of those things come from that place. Yep, excitement, thrill, enthusiasm, all of that come from that place. Okay, I'm just tempted to read Swati's note here. So what does Swati say? Swati, is this the reason that some people become hard-hearted after an age, so that they can shut out the feelings, so that they do not get hurt? It just came to me now while listening to you. Yes, so much so it is. It could be as well. But then that's the beauty. You don't have to shut out yourself. You can use it to your advantage. You can use your emotions of being able to read other people's emotions to your advantage, right? In a positive way. Can I make company with that person? Can I not make company with that person? Do I make friends with that person? And something that I really have benefited from it, from knowingly, unknowingly, consciously and consciously over a period of time, guys, honestly, is making friends. Making really good friends. I don't have like hundreds of them, but I have really good friends who, from an intuition point of view, I know that they're good human beings, right? And I will be able to learn a lot from them. I will be able to give a lot to them. But and that helps you with everything that you want to do. Okay, that's the what is intuition. Why is it that we are not strong about it, and now how can we go about it? I will give you 2 to 3 simple tools. I've already spoken to you about working on the inner self and the inner side. All right, the inner side mainly that I was talking to you about was inner self, is you can do a lot of things to cleanse yourself. And in fact, this is the right time. This is 2020 is the year of transformation, and for everybody or not, just not for you and me, right? It's a change time where you can actually look at working on yourself to be able to get whatever you've always wanted in life. You can call it spirituality, you can call it inner cleansing, you can call it inner work, you can call it connecting with the divine. It can be anything that you want to call. But that's something that you can start. But when you start doing that, you will start seeing the benefits manifesting, manifolding in great amount of ways, in ways that you can't even put a finger to, right? That is one is definitely start working on your inner self. It could be whatever you believe in. It could be Reiki, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be just a walk, it could be listening to positive affirmations day in and out. It could also be listening to good mantras. Could be reading your Bhagavad Gita or your Bible or your Quran, making that a habit and understanding the meaning of it, but not by hearting it. It's really coming from a concept and ideology of how does that, all of those great sources of information or knowledge affect me in my life. That it should come from that point of view. All right, that's the second way. Another one is something that I was also telling is start writing down ideas. Yes, I know every one of us actually get ideas day in and out, trust me. All right, just like I had spoken to you about gratitude, I suggested about a gratitude journal that you can keep. You can actually keep a idea book. You will be amazed with the amount of ideas that you will actually get. Don't reason it, don't think whether it's stupid, it's right, it's wrong. Just write your ideas, keep a book, just see. And that is also an intuition. Intuitions are ideas, epiphanies, experiences where it's really something that you would have never expected. Suddenly you would have never met and spoken to a person for the last 10 years, and suddenly he or she comes to your thought and says, just make that call, Viji, or just make that call, Nandini or Jigna or Meena. Just call that person. Just call that person. That's the intuition. And the more you build on it, all right, there's something else called synchronicity as well. All right, synchronicity is a different subject altogether. But here, everything that you feel and you think and something good and positive, go ahead and do that. And you will see how and that's how you strengthen your intuition and start asking yourself, do you think I can deal with this person? Do you think I should be working with this person? Do you think I should hire this person? Do you think I should learn a new subject, right? When you get an opportunity, that is, right? Let's say you get a training and say, do you think I should be able to work on it? All right. Do you think I should pick up this new training? Okay, so that's something that you really can start working on. And anything that is reasoning, giving you logic, giving you analysis, analytics, that's not an intuition. The first answer that comes, for example, Viji, should I do FB live today? And if I say yes, but my mind is tired, it's actually the yes, right? And let's say the first thing that you want to do about I'll give you an example, right? You're really not into movies, let's say, and then your girlfriend or your boyfriends or any of your friends say, let's go to movies, right? The first answer that you're going to get is no, because you already know that you don't like it. But if you think that movie is actually good and then it's going to say, yes, let's go have a look at it, it's a yes. So go by your heart, go by what your heart says a yes, and really start understanding the difference between logic, analysis, analytics. That's not intuition. Your gut feeling, you have no idea how that's going to work out, but you really want to get into that deal, that's a gut. You really want to invest in that land, and you think you have no idea how you're going to sell it, how you're going to buy it, how you're going to keep it for a long time. That's a yes, right? So that's an investment. So if you remember, there was this point, at least in Bangalore, I remember, a lot of us were getting ideas on buying property. And this was way, many years ago. I would say probably 10, 15 years ago. A lot of us were getting proposals left, right, center, at least the localites, people who were in Bangalore and who are born and brought up here. But not many actually took action. You know why? Because they put their head into it and they said, you know what, how, why should I buy? I am from here, I have my ancestral home, I have this, I have that, I have my property back home in my native as well. But if you look at it today, property is the biggest investment that anybody could have done 10, 15 years ago. So if you see, that idea actually came to a lot of them and was given to them, was presented to them, because it was an intuition. Somebody knew something, somebody got some information from an unconscious knowledge, and that's how it went to them. But if you don't take action, you took action, you don't take action, that's a repercussion that you have. And actually that happened, and that's a true example. And there are hundreds of them, thousands of them who are regretting for not picking up property when it was offered to them on their lap 15 years ago in Bangalore. Because now the same property and the amount, whatever that you see, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I can't even tell you, right? So that was an intuition where an entire set of people, they got that idea and that intuition. So basically it's an idea, it's an epiphany. All right, so so that's about intuition. How do you infuse it in your life? How do you make it more stronger? And don't worry about the age, start looking for it, start looking for ideas, and don't sit and wait for it. Just say, you know what, okay, can I have like a brilliant idea today, and just leave it out in the air, or leave it out to the universe. Can I have a miracle today, and just leave it out. Universe, can you give me an idea? How do you think I can double my income? Can you just tell me what it is? Look for pose questions to the universe and leave it out to the universe for the answers, and just watch them coming. They will come to you at the oddest hours. All right, I hope I'm making sense. I hope you're able to understand. It is of course quite an in-depth subject. I can just go on about it. There are a couple of tools as well that we can actually work on. If you're interested, go ahead and ping me. And but any questions, anything that you have, please leave a note now. Just mark a comment and I will start reading them out for you. Okay. Hey Namrata. Hi Dilshad. Yes, you are. Okay. Thank you. All right. And wish you a very happy birthday. Okay. Anyone else dropping in a line? Is it too dark? Oopsie, I'm sorry. Very sorry. Okay. Anyone else has any comments coming in? I would like to read, and I would really like to see what you think. Any comments, views, thoughts? Swati? Yes, it is an intuition to listen to your live, and I knew it's for me to watch. Exactly. There you go. And thank you so much. I will take it as a compliment. And yes, it's also an intuition. Somewhere, some people that, you really feel there's something about them. You should just listen, or you should just make that call. You should just meet them. You should just become friends, whatever it is, right? That's the intuition. And thank you so much, Swati. That really means a lot. Seema said, wow, okay. Saying, very interesting session, how to get in touch with you. Please PM me, message me. I'll be happy to talk to you. And today I've come out in my little garden, so it's a little dark. Sorry, guys. Okay. Any other comments? Seema said you can leave me a number, or you can just PM me. You can personal message me, and we can get in touch. Okay, Sam saying, yet again, a fantastic session. Always find it very interesting hearing you. Thank you so much, Sam. It was our yesterday's session as well. Thank you so much. And I'm always thrilled to be seeing you guys coming back again and again. It's such an amazing bond that I'm creating with all of you, and that's my gut feeling and my intuition. So There you go. And starting the live sessions on FB again was an intuition, guys. I wouldn't do. I don't know why I'm doing it, but it's a complete sense of contribution. But I'm doing it and I'm sticking to it. And it's a huge intuition of there is something, and I just want to do it. And exactly. Seema says, I just happened to be here today. Okay, so you might want to watch all my other sessions as well. I've been coming FB live for the last 3 months. And this is my 11th episode on Winner Mindset series. And for the last 1-2 months, I've been doing every alternate Sunday. So you will find me every alternate Sunday, you will find me here. And we'll be doing a live FB session. And whatever the intuition is of what topic I want to do is what I will actually be doing. So if you look at my topics, all of them are very different, very, very different. During the lockdown, I really wanted to talk about emotional stamina, emotional building, meditation. We spoke about meditation, gratitude, immunity building, natural herbs. We spoke about so many things. Okay, any other comments, guys? Or any other questions that you want to give me? And please feel free to share my video on your wall. It will be a huge contribution as it's there live. If you are benefited, then definitely from you another 3 or 4 people will definitely learn from it. Okay. Alrighty, anybody else wants to get to know more, know about me, how can I help you in terms of, healing, me as a healer, or me as an entrepreneur, or me just as a wellness coach, or just as a person, anything that you think, just leave me a note, leave me what your query or inquiry is, DM me there on my personal message, and we can catch up. All right. So yet again, it's been a fantastic evening. Thank you, guys. You'll have been kind. I hope today's vibe has been okay, because I feel it's been a little dull, but nevertheless, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a fantastic evening and have a fantastic week ahead. Do let me know if you practice this tool called intuition. How are you going about it? Leave in these comments, and I would love to follow up with you and help you as well. So once you watch it, feel free to share, comment, and also start implementing the tools, and let me know how it goes. Yes, Swati. So thank you, Beena. Thank you, Manish, Priya, Seema, Sam, Sheba, Swati, Dilshad, Sandhya, Rekha, Kuntal, Nandini, Jigna, Meena, Ritu, Manish, VD Sharma, Meena, Tatagat, TM, Pankaj, all of you. Brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic week ahead, guys. Have a productive week. And, let me say, have a magical week filled with ideas and intuitions and epiphanies. So, have a fantastic week ahead. And I'll see you soon. And this is going to be on my wall, so feel free to watch it anytime again when you want. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye-bye.